Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another podcast slash like talk thing that I'm gonna do. Today I'm gonna be telling the story of how I asked someone to banquet freshman year. Now, uh, little things you need to know as I'm setting up the scene if you is and what you guys need to know now is I'm in a car right now. Yeah, I'm in a car and I'm in this car because I'm driving to school. Now, that gives me a lot of time to talk, and I'm going to do it. So, let's start talking. Let's start with banquet. What is banquet? Well, banquet is, I go to a private school, so banquet is the prom for our school, minus dancing. There's no dancing because if we dance, bad things will happen. But we don't dance, okay? So that really pisses me off. That's one thing. And then the next thing you guys need to know is there will be no names. I will not say any names. So get over it. Um, so let's just start 3 weeks before banquet. Okay, 3 weeks before banquet. No, actually 4 weeks before banquet, because this is when I started planning to ask this girl to banquet. I started planning to ask her, and well, let's just start. So her friend, I knew her friend, my crush's friend, pretty well. Okay, so I decided, hey, you know, let's just, who cares? Let's do it. Let's ask her to banquet. And she's like, oh, awesome. All right, cool. Do you want any help or anything? Like, what do you want? And I'm like, okay, I guess you can help me out. Like, ask her what her favorite candy is. And she did that. She's like, it's Kit Kats. And I'm like, cool. So I went and bought some Kit Kats, right? And then my crush, one thing you need to know about my crush is she actually loves DC and Marvel and Arrow, Flash, all those shows on CW. She loves them, absolutely loves them. So I decided that I would go ahead and buy her. No, not buy her. I would make her a poster like with a bunch of stupid puns on it to ask her. But the way I'd get her to that poster is to I would stick an arrow in her locker that says, and I remember exactly what I put. I said, if you want to figure out the point of this, go to the junior high locker room, right? And I thought it was really stupid and really dumb, but I mean whatever. All the other girls in the grade thought it was cute. I'm like, shut up. So well, anyways, I need to explain how nervous I was. I was really nervous because I've never asked someone on a date that I actually like. I knew this girl personally. I've never like asked someone like this on a date, and it shouldn't be like you're freaking out because you guys are friends, right? So I mean, like you shouldn't be freaking out. You should be like a nice, good conversation, and then you just say, hey, you want to go out or something like that? You want to go to banquet with me? But no, it wasn't like that. So I'm like, hey, I'm like, hey, crush's friend, um, do you, do you know that she's gonna say yes? Like, do you know for a fact she's gonna say yes? Because, I hope you do, because I don't want to, I don't want to be rejected in front of my whole class, you know? Yeah, that would be bad. So she's like, oh yeah, she'll say yes, 100%. Yeah, she'll say yes. And so I asked her, I think a Thursday, and then I want to say Thursday, Friday, one of the two. She told me that she'd say yes on a Monday. So it's like it's Monday, and for people who go to school, Monday is the worst. Work, school, whatever. Mondays are Mondays, and Mondays suck. All right, like they kick you in between the tail and you stay down. So I hate Mondays. So I'm like, I'm not actually high. I'm like feeling like that because it's Monday. I'm sleep deprived, because I stay up like every night until 2 a.m., but whatever. Um, so, um, It's a Monday. I accepted the fact. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. She's gonna, and then it didn't really click with me. Yeah, she'd say yes. And then right when I got home, it's like, oh my gosh, she's actually gonna say yes. So my worries went away. Tuesday, she said to me, oh yeah, by the way, she might say no. I'm like, excuse me? You just said yesterday she's gonna say yes, 100%. Why'd you change your answer? I don't really like it when people change their answers because that means that you weren't honest from the first. She's like, I was honest. She was gonna say yes, and but then her parents found out, and right now, let me tell you, her parents don't trust me. They did not trust me at this point in my life because I was a very, very bad kid. I would cuss at a lot of people. I didn't care where I cussed, but I'd do it. Um, and I was really bad. So I did not have their trust, and I understand I did not have their trust. I understand everything about that, and I respect them. I respect everything that they have done and their decisions in life. I respect them as people, and they're actually really fun to hang with after I got over the fact that yeah, other things have happened. But her parents found out that someone was gonna ask her, and then they're like, "You might have to say no." And then I'm like, "Excuse me," and I was really nervous, and I'm like, "Okay, cool, 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 cool. I got this. I got this. It's okay. It's okay." I'm like, I'm really nervous. My anxiety is like level 20, and I don't know what to do. I'm like freaking out, and she's like, and then my crush's friend's like, what? Hey, you are going to get there. Okay, it's gonna be good. You're gonna get she's gonna say yes, and I'm like, okay. So Wednesday, more anxiety sweated, like not sweated, but it came in, and then I started sweating, and then the day of Thursday, Friday, whatever, the day of came around, right? So I put the arrow in her locker. I took an arrow, wrapped it with a piece of paper, put it in her locker during science class. I left science, and I'm like, yo, okay, cool. I put it in her locker. She came out. She looked in her locker. She got the arrow. I made sure she got the arrow. But she didn't see her get the arrow. Okay, so she had a little bit of a like a tip off when I put the arrow in her locker because she knows that I like arrows. She likes arrows. So bam, boom, bam, bam, bow, boom, bow. So after school, junior high gym. That's where I said to meet her, right? So then I told her to meet me there, and she's like, okay, cool, all right. And she like met she was meeting someone anonymous, but she knew it was me. So she met me there, gave her the Kit Kats, held up the sign. She said yes. Thank the Lord, she said yes. I don't know what I would have done with myself if she said no. Probably getting like the fetal position. Let me tell you how many people were there. There was about 20, like our whole grade, pretty much our whole freaking grade of like 28 people were standing there and watching me ask her to banquet. So if she said no, that would have been bad. That really would have been bad. So she said yes. Woo! Woo! She said yes. And then now it's like next weekend. So now it's like 2 weeks to banquet, right? I coughed up the money to get the tickets. I just coughed it up. I got $60 and bought both tickets. I told her, you're not paying for your own ticket. Your parents aren't paying for your ticket. I'm paying for your stupid ticket. So she's like, okay, cool. You really, I'm like, shut up. I'm paying for your ticket. So deal with it. She's like, oh, okay. So I paid for her ticket, right? I paid for it and I got all that done and it was fun time. Happy fun time. Um, so now 1 week till banquet, right? Her parents, her dad, I'll say her dad called me, and he's like, hey, so I don't want her going with you. Yeah, I don't want her going with you as a date. I want her to go with you as a friend. I'm like, yo, that's cool. I respected that. I'm like, yeah, I understand why. Um, just yeah, I understood why this was happening. I'm like, yeah, okay. He's like, you can't pick her up. You're gonna have to meet her there. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. As long as I get to see her there, you know. And he's like, yeah. And how do I explain? So then I hung up. Week of banquet, the week of banquet, right? Like this is banquet. We arrive. And one thing you need to know about her is that she'd always wore her hair curly freshman year. I had never seen anything else. And like dudes are probably listening to this, they're like, dude, what the heck are you like? Why does her hair like make a difference? Men, let me tell you, if you have a girl, it's gonna make every difference in the world if you realize what their hair is what's going on with their hair, because legit, if their hair, like if they ask you one day, hey, anything look different about me? First thing you're gonna do is go for their hair because usually that's what they mean. But anyways, so I'm in there. I'm wearing a vest and a black and white shirt that I called it my hypnosis shirt because it was that trippy. So and then I wore a black vest and a leather jacket over that because I'm like a leather bro. I love leather actually, and I started to talk to my friends because I had two other friends with me at that table, um, and then my crush shows up wearing a blue dress and she had straight hair. Let me tell you, I was a loss for words. I swear to you. Like my friend looked at me, he's like, "You all right, man?" I'm like, "What? What are you talking about, bro?" He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, yeah, yeah." In my mind, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like, wow." Wow, like I had no words. That's all. And then we sat down. Her friend that had been conspiring with me was on the left, and my crush was on the right. And then my friends just surrounded the table. My two friends. So pretty much all that night, it was just memes, memes, and memes. I'll be honest, it was just memes. But then we got to telephone slash Pictionary type thing, where you draw something and then you pass it to the other person. They write down what they think you drew, and then they pass it to the next person. The person has to draw what they wrote down. So I was one of the people who write down what they think they drew. So my date, no, not my date, my crush slash like quote unquote date, um, drew a chocolate bar with the wrapper folded down, right? And people have asked me about this night because I've told them, and they're like, "Were you high when you thought of this?" But like, she said, and she made a chocolate bar with the paper, like the wrapping paper that it comes in, folded down. And then I'm like, oh yeah. So I'm like, whoa, that's a piece of paper with wings. Like that's a piece of paper with wings. So I wrote that down, and then after we all showed each other, she's like, "Are you kidding me? That is a chocolate bar with the wrapper folded down." I'm like, "No, that's a piece of paper with wings." So it's been our little inside joke since then. But anyways, we're gonna skip to the after party. The after party, I went there with one of my friends, and we all have pictures and stuff. If you want to see like a picture of me in my vest and my shirt, then you can go to my Instagram, Bradley underscore Martin 5000. Go there and you can see it. So I decided that at the after party just to hang out and do stuff. Like we watched videos. My friend broke a pool stick on accident. We played pool. We played ping pong, Just Dance, the original Nintendo. We played some of that, and then we decided, hey, let's go ahead and people started leaving, right? So it was my turn to leave. We're at my crush's house for the after party. We're at my crush's house for the after party, and I'm like, hey, bye. And this is how I knew nothing was going to go our way. Because you see, like, other couples leave, and they would, like, give their date a hug. And then I'm like, and they say bye, and they come over, give them a hug, and then they leave. Here's how I knew we weren't going anywhere as anything, right? I said bye, she said bye, I walked out. That's it. That was it. She didn't come over and give me a hug. She just went, oh, bye. And then I'm like, bye. And then I left. Because I was expecting, like, her to come give me a hug. Nothing, no. She left. I left. It was her house. I left. So that's the end of that story. That was my experience asking a girl to banquet. I would definitely do it again.